So what is Palworld? Palworld is the Pokemon, but not Pokemon game that's blowing up on Steam right now. And it's interesting. I gave it a shot. It definitely is unlike any Pokemon game that I've ever played. But I don't think it's also not trying to be Pokemon. It's trying to be its own thing. It's more of a survival building simulator than it is a Pokemon game. Now, sure, you catch creatures and use them to fight more and stronger creatures, but that's not the main loop of the game. It's a lot closer to like a Minecraft or a Lego Fortnite, where you're building up your base and your resources so that you yourself can get stronger, and the Pokemon are more of just a tool, another tool that you have in your arsenal. And it's doing some really cool things with how you interact with your Pokemon, and I'm sure you've seen the clips of Pokemon with guns, and yes, you can equip your pals with guns, but that's not the main point of the game. At least early on, to me, that's what it stands out, is that this is way more of a base builder and an exploration game than it is a creature collector. So as you go around and you capture more Pokemon, each of the pals have their own abilities that allow you to put them out in your base, and they'll do different things. This will allow you to build more materials, more upgrades. You'll see there's a lot of different creatures, especially in the starter zone. You start out and everything's pretty basic. It's your Route 1 type of Pokemon, legally not Pokemon. But once you get out and you explore, each of the different pals have their own like actions that each can do at your base. So you want to go and get a wide variety, and let's say you need your base to be better at farming wood. There's a pal that specializes in that, so that's what you kind of focus on when you go out and leave your base. One thing that this game does that we don't really see in Pokemon is, one, everything is real time. So real time battles. You aren't locked into any turn-based or strategy. You're actually able to on the fly fight alongside of your pals, which is pretty fun. And then once you get a little bit later in your base building, and you can craft the pal specific harness, is what they call it. It'll unlock things like riding the pal, so you can have a mount, or you can hold like the fox and use it as a flamethrower. So each of the pal has their own unique way that you interact with them in battle, as well as when they're just building in your base. This game also does have something close to gym battles. The first gym battle, it's part of the tutorial. It's a level 10 technically, but the health pool is up in the 30,000s, and you'll need to be pretty familiar with how the game works before you take that on. As you can see, I've died many times trying it, but when you die, you lose all your items, but they'll drop right outside of the dungeon or the instance that you're in. Or if you die in the open world, you have to go as naked with no items and go and pick up your bag, which is, it is what it is. You also have what I would consider the equivalent of Titan battles in this game. They're just localized bosses that are listed on the map, similar to the to the gym battles, but without a person attached to the pal, and you can catch it, which is pretty fun, because there's some of the more powerful creatures that you can get in the early game, and it's kind of just like a goal to strive for. You see high level pals early in the game, and you want to level up to be able to catch them. Your base can also get raided, which is pretty fun. You're able to see a couple different creatures that you normally wouldn't see out in the normal world. You'll also get raided by people. And one of the things that you've probably seen online is this game doesn't distinguish between what a creature is and what a person is. So you can catch a person and you can put them to work. You can put them in your party. They're not good. They're not better than the pals, but it lets you do it, which is fun. Is this the future of Pokemon? Does Nintendo need to take notice on what they're doing in this game? I don't think so. I think this is its own unique thing. Having a blast playing the early game so far, but I don't think this is something we need to expect moving forward for Game Freak to focus on. Other than that, I think those are all my initial thoughts for Palworld. Definitely having a good time playing. I'm excited to see what happens when the world opens up a little bit more, when I get my base upgraded a little bit more. There's a pretty deep unlocked tree that will take us some time to get through. I'm excited to keep playing and seeing what else is out there. I've already seen that there's some very similar looking pals to Pokemon, which I'm excited to catch and add to my party. But for now, I'm happy. I have a direwolf named Ghost, so of course she's in my party and my mount. But yeah, subscribe for more. I'm gonna keep playing. There will be some Palworld content on the channel, just some parody videos coming up. But I won't focus too much on this. Try and keep it strictly Pokemon. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.